Got him. Big one. Let's go. Come on, be a big one. Yes. Yes. That is a beautiful Chickamauga bass. Hey everybody, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro, Lee Livesay here, talking about one of my favorite things to do in the fall, and that's frogging. You know, I got lucky enough last year to win an event on Chickamauga where I locked a frog in my hand the whole tournament. Pretty much every fish but 2 fish that I weighed in got caught on a frog. And I'm just going to talk about some modifications I do this time of year and some setups. Just real quick tip for you. I've got 2 different frogs here, and there's all kinds of frogs on the market. These are 2 that I really like. These are this is a snag proof fat frog, and this is a snag proof Bobby's Perfect frog right here. I'm just going to show you 2 different tips. Kind of you can plug and play them any way you want. First thing I do on a frog is trim the tails. You know, when you have a real long tail like that, all that does is give that fish another, you know, 3.5 inches to miss. Honestly, so I like to get my legs as, you know, close as I can and still keeping that action and, you know, keeping some tail in the water. So I'll cut mine down a lot further than some guys will, you know, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, I'll come down there with whatever you got, pair of clippers, knife, and just cut them off. I cut mine real short. I mean real short, especially when I'm fishing in these mats like I'm going to talk about. You know, I mean, that's short. You know, it sucks cutting a new lure like that, but I want that fish, if he's hitting at those frogs, I want him to get that hook. You know, that hook's right there. So that's gonna be my first modification that I'm always doing. Sometimes I'll be a little bit longer, sometimes shorter, but I'm talking about fishing frogs in thick mats right now, and thick lily pads even, and you want that target to be as small as you can and still having that good profile and a good hookup ratio. That's the first thing. I'll cut my tails. Second thing I'll do, if I'm fishing really thick cheese, really thick matted grass that's hollow underneath, I'm gonna add a weight. I put 1/8 ounce tungstens in them. You know, it's a real small drop shot weight is all it is, you know, and I'll just wet that weight and then insert it right there where the hook goes in the body of the frog, just right there. It'll slide right in there. Not only does it weight the frog, but you have a rattle now too. You know, it's 2 of best worlds, and there's glass rattles like this too that you can insert and give it a little bit extra noise. But you know, sometimes I'll put 2 tungstens in there and they, you know, knock together, make a little noise. But all that does is keep that frog, you know, bogging down in that mat just a little bit, you know, especially if you have 2 of them in there. I was putting 2 of them in there at Chickamauga last year because it was really thick, and that just keeps those fish from blowing that frog out of the mat so bad, you know. And you're still gonna have them blow it out of the water, but it just keeps it almost, you know, it gives it a good line too when you're bringing it through that cheese. It just bogs it down. It lets them see it a little bit better and eat it a little bit better. So that's the first 2 things I do when I'm fishing mats this time of year. Cut a leg, add weights, and rattles. Here's going straight into my setups, guys, keeping it simple. You know, when you're fishing those really thick mats, you have to have a big rod to get them out. And you know, sometimes you're going to pull a hook out of one just because of the pressure you're giving them, but you know, if you're fighting those fish with a lighter power rod or the wrong line, man, you're going to lose a lot of fish and be disappointed. You know, this is the exact rod I used last year. You know, it's a Halo KS2 7.9 extra heavy. That's a big, long, stiff rod. 65-pound braid on all my frogging, and that's it. You know, trim a tail, add some weight, add some rattles, big rod, big line, high speed reel. Don't skimp on your reels when you're frog fishing. Heavy duty reel, high speed, 8-2, 8-1, whatever you got. And that's it, guys. Keep it real simple. You know, let them eat that frog, set the hook, and reel them in. Thanks for watching.